Good afternoon. I'm Hal Fuller with FW Architects. Today I'll be talking with you about the options for the new stadium complex, both at looking at Ward Stadium and then also at Lake City High School. To give you a little background on our firm has been in business since 1967. I'm Vice President of FW Architects, and a majority of our work over the past 40 to 50 years has been educational and athletic complexes. We've just completed 3 athletic complexes in Florence School District 1, at the 3 high schools, West Florence, South Florence, and Wilson. And today what we'll be talking about are the options for Lake City to look at the facility upgrades at Ward Stadium, and then also a possibility of a new stadium to be located at Lake City High School. So we'll get into the actual presentation. First, what you'll see is option 1, which is your Ward Stadium layout, Google Map showing that. What the presentation is going to show is keeping the existing stadium, the existing natural turf, keeping the existing stadium seating, which seats about 2,200 on the home side and about 1,200 to 1,500 on the visitor side. What we will be replacing, though, is the new field house, new toilet concessions buildings, new ticket entry areas and plazas, and then also new sidewalks to make the entire complex accessible. So as you see in the plan here, the site plan, you can see that there is a proposed field house where the existing field house is located now. That building will be torn down and a new field house of about 5,000 square feet will be built in its place. And we'll look at the floor plans in just a little bit. On either side of that are the proposed toilet concessions, one for the home side and one for the visitor side. They will be separate, separated by fences so that the visitor and the home cannot cross mingle with traffic, just from a security standpoint. You also will notice that we've got proposed visitor and proposed home ticket booth entry areas for separate entrances coming into the stadium as well. Now as we look and go to the floor plan, this is the floor plan of the field house. You'll see it's about 5,000 square feet. This plan is just a little bit different than the one we'll have at Lake City High School. We'll be adding about 4 showers in each one of the field houses that are not shown in this drawing. So in the home locker rooms, you have home locker rooms, you've got home training areas, and your home toilet and shower areas. On the other side, you've got separate visitor locker rooms, visitor training areas, and visitor toilet and shower areas. In the center of the building, you'll see you have coaches' offices, their own toilet and conference room areas. And then to the left of that is an officials area for dressing, and then also their toilet area as well. So that building, you can see some of the photographs of what we had built in Florence with the locker room areas. The home locker room will seat about 50 to 55 lockers. And these are athletic size lockers, as you can see in the photographs. Then in the visitor side, which is a little bit smaller, you can get about 45 lockers in that space. Again, athletic lockers. The next slide is showing the toilet concessions building as well as the small ticket booth areas, both for home and visitors. The toilet concessions building is comprised of 6 men's toilets and 12 women's toilets with lavatories and janitor's area. There is a family toilet that's separate from the men's and women's toilets, janitors, and concessions toilet areas. The concessions area is about 16 feet by 24 feet in size. And so each side, both the visitor and the home, each have one of these toilet concessions buildings. Again, they are separate from each other for security, but are exactly the same layout. You can see some of the layouts in the photographs that we have from the Florence schools as well. What's important about this particular building is that these are modular toilet concessions buildings. And so they will actually be built in factories and then brought to the site, already put together. Makes both the time and the cost. The cost is less expensive, and the time to erect them are a lot quicker as well. The field house that we looked at previously is actually a built on-site building, metal building, that is a slab and grade building. So in this scenario, with option 1 being at Ward Stadium, the existing bleachers will remain, the existing natural turf field will remain as well. The facilities will be upgraded, and you can see the cost breakdown of the field house, the concessions, the site work, the sidewalks, the new fencing that we're adding, landscaping, and furniture, fixtures, and equipment. Comes out to be about $3.3 million for this particular project. And then with professional service fees, civil engineering, soil testing, and special inspections, that cost, the final cost, is estimated to be about $3.6 million. Option 2 is looking at Lake City High School and building a new stadium around the existing 8-lane track area. So in this scenario, you can see that the existing track and field area within that is being utilized, but there will be a new synthetic turf field proposed for this location, a new rubberized surface track to go over the existing track. There will be new field houses, new toilet concessions buildings, new bleachers that will have 3,500 bleachers on the home side and 1,500 bleacher seats on the visitor side. One of the things that we're having to do here at this project as well is to relocate the existing softball field. You can see in the photograph, or in the picture here, that the existing softball field is too close to the new stadium facilities, and we would have to shift that over and build a new softball field with new bleachers, new dugouts, new fencing, new turf field, natural turf field, and new lighting there. The other thing you'll notice between the existing baseball field, which will remain as it is now, and the new relocated softball field, is a new 3,000 square foot weight room, and then also the relocated batting cages that are now located in the parking lot that you can see in the rendering. But they will be moved into what is the tennis court area now that are not being utilized. So that will be a new metal building covering over the batting cages, and then beside that will be a new 3,000 square foot proposed weight room facility as well. There is still the possibility to keep the 3 remaining tennis courts if the tennis program comes back, or that could be utilized for something else, such as a practice area as well for sports. So again, the layout, as you see, we've zoomed up onto the actual stadium itself. New field house at the far end. You'll notice that we've got the visitor and the home ticket booths and plaza area together on one side. That would utilize the existing parking at the school, and then once they come into the stadium, they would be separated by fencing. The visitors would go to the left, and then the home side would go to the right around to the home bleachers. Again, separated throughout for security reasons. The other thing you'll notice too, one of the things that we would have to do with the existing drive that comes to the back rear student parking lot is having to be relocated as well. So you'll notice that that moves down closer to the gymnasium for a new drive that's then tied back into the existing parking lot. Again, the field house is basically the same field house, except here we're not required to add additional shower areas other than the one shower that we've got in each. And the reason for that is the school will be able to open up the gymnasium locker rooms for any shower use that's needed there. The toilet concessions is the same layout that we had looking at Ward Stadium. One of the differences that we've got here on this project is because of the number of seats that we've got at the home side, which is 3,500 seats, we would need 2 toilet concessions building. And if you look back at the the site plan, you'll notice we've got 1 toilet concessions on the left side of the home bleachers and 1 on the right side of the home bleachers. So this will help eliminate any backup or circulation because of the number of people that we've got. So we've separated those people into both sides of the bleachers. From a cost standpoint, this project is obviously more complex. There's more involved with the type of work that we're having to do: new bleachers, new lighting, relocation of the roads and the softball field. And so this project, as you start to look at a breakdown, the total estimated construction cost is $10,500,000 with fees, civil engineering, soil testing, and special inspections. The total construction is about $11.4 million for this project. So this gives you 2 of the different options available, one for Ward Stadium and a new stadium to be located at Lake City High School. At this time, if there are any questions, we'll be glad to talk with you about those.
Awesome.
And thank you for listening to this presentation. We've enjoyed working with the district, and we'll look forward to having the opportunity to work with the students, with the staff, with the coaches on either one of these projects. So thank you very much.